Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage. I don't know if any of you remember this one. The princess is back. I got myself an ultrasonic cleaner and it's a big one. I think I can fit both of the SU carbs into that. And I'm having a bit of a running issue on this from time to time, and it seems to be overflowing from the fuel balls from time to time. So I think the needle valve gets stuck or something like that. There is a lot of old fuel in this car still. I need to pump that out, clean the carbs, and then I think it should be running pretty nicely. I have had some really cool experiences in this garage, and this is one of them. Because right now, the Princess is in here, and over there is a Saab 900 Turbo, and over there is a Citroën Mehari. That's pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, outside is the A112 Abarth. Not bad. Important bits. With the carb now off, I'm going to disassemble it as much as possible and then wait for the sonic cleaner to heat up and then give it a good bath. I'm no expert on these carbs, but I'm pretty sure that these belts are machined together, so I don't think it's a good idea to lose track of what piston goes in what barrel and all that, so I'm gonna mark them up and make sure that I don't mix them up. And maybe that's not necessary, but it's a good practice when working on old engines or old mechanicals in general to keep track of where they are and put them back in the same position, even though it's not necessarily necessary. This is not the color you would like to see when draining out fuel. Oh, what is that? I'm interested in hearing from you guys what this is. I never seen fuel becoming this color before. I wonder what it's dissolving. Maybe a big clump of solidified fuel in the tank or something like that. I've never seen that before. And then let's just put everything into the basket. I'm not putting in the bells, at least not now. I think I'm just gonna clean them by hand. But I really want these, the inner passages and all that, to be cleaned up. I don't want the parts to touch each other too much when doing this. It will clean them better. I need to put in some more water. Now it's pretty much soaked. And I'm gonna put the lid on. I'm gonna set the temperature to 50 degrees Celsius. It will take a while to get there. And then I will give it a couple of baths, 15 minutes or something like that, and then check it out. So, see you later. Now let's see. Not bad, not perfect, but not bad either. Now that the carbs are going to be clean, I would like the fuel supply to be clean as well. As I told you, I thought that I actually drained it when I got the carb, but apparently I didn't really get everything out. So now I will drain it using this clever device. Then I actually plugged the filler hole with some tape and made a small hole in that, and then with compressed air. I pressurized the tank, and it's working, as you can hear, and pushed the rest of the fuel through the fuel lines and all the way up to the front, where I disconnected the fuel line and put it into a bucket. This way I got all fuel out of the tank, but now I've just poured in some clean fuel, pushed some of that through, and it comes out on the other side completely clean. So it's good enough for me. I gave the carbs, I think, around an hour in total in this ultrasonic cleaner. I turned the heat up to 50 degrees, and it seems to have done a pretty good job. Of course, it's not perfect, but it's not a water polishing device. It just removes dirt by vibrations, ultrasonic noise. I'm gonna reassemble it, and then hopefully we can make it work again. And this turned out pretty all right. This is a nice machine. And one thing is the outside. Another thing is that I know that the inside is most likely clean. Of course, I don't know for sure, but yeah. And another thing, the yellow stuff I found in this, there's still a little bit of it left, but I can clean that up. I never seen that before, as I told you. I know fuel becomes yellow and a bit more flaky, but this was very different from that. And then it occurred to me that this car has not been off the road for many years. This has been off the road since 2019, I think it was, or 18 maybe. So this fuel is the new kind of fuel with bioethanol and all that in it. That does not store well, and I think that is the way it looks when it's new fuel. The old fuel goes off in a different kind of way, I think. That's my guess, at least. Let's reassemble this.
What about the self-confident girl? Guess you really need to be
Then I'm gonna adjust the jet until it's flush with the bridge. And then I think it's 2 turns in. From there is the basic setup, or the baseline, I think it's called.
Look at all the flowers on her dress. Well, you really need to. Well, you really need to see her. Oh, that girl, she's on top of the world. Her name is Edith. A number one. She's brighter than the sun. Her name is Edith. Heard about this eloquent girl. Well, you really need to speak to her. Her smile makes
So it seems to be a success with the carb rebuild. Of course, it needs to be fine-tuned. It's just basic tune-up right now. I need to refit the air filter box and all that before I do that, and check the ignition and all that. Because trying to tune a carb with other engine components out of tune is not a good idea, so I'm gonna do that later. And also, I seem to have a little leak on one of the pipes that I fixed up on the hydrogas suspension. I'm pretty sure the leak comes from a thread that I did not put that kind of the PTFE tape thing. So I need to just take off the pressure and then put that tape on, refit everything and pump it up again. But I can't do that right now because I want it on the lift when I do that. The lift is underneath the Saab. The Saab doesn't work. I need the Saab to be able to start, so it's possible to move it in and out of the garage. So that will be the next video most likely. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you in the next one.